Hi guys, great to see you this wonderful day. I'm so excited that you are joining us and joining me at this time for this launch of the As A Man Thinketh Book study. It's so fantastic to have you on this community. So great to have you on this community. We're excited to always have you here, and it's such a great privilege for us to be together and have this time together. I went through this study and I just thought that it's something that will be of great benefit to anyone who takes the time to be a part of this study. You know, it's so fantastic. I know some of you might have read this book at one point in time or the other, but you see, there's a deeper understanding that comes in when you study the material, when you go deeply into the material and get certain things out of it. There is a deeper understanding, a greater depth that comes in with the studying of it. Going in and taking as much as you can get from that material that you have always looked at. There are some fine details that sometimes when you read a book you don't get to pick up, but when you study the book you begin to pick it up at a greater level. That's why we are doing this book study, and I believe that it's going to be a great source of knowledge, source of growth, great learning for anyone who partakes of such a book study. My name is Bisi Akande, and I'm going to be your facilitator today on this program. And through the program, we're going to be taking some time. And the reason for this launch is just to get you ready, get those of you who are yet to be signed up, and then prepare us so that we can move on into what we have outlined for the course of the program. If I want to title this pre-launch, I'll call it Time to Think and Think Again. And let me say this quickly. I'm open to your comments, and I'm going to respond to the comments that I can respond to. And let me say that this session is going to take about 30 minutes thereabout, because it's just a pre-launch of it, and then we can flow with it. My friends, my mentors, my friends Paul Martinelli once said, before you ask someone what they think, ask them if they think. That's a powerful thought for me. Before you ask someone what they think, and normally when we interact with people and there are issues, we always ask them, what do you think? But before you ask somebody what they think, you've got to first of all ask them if they think. You need to be aware of the fact that they are really involved in the thinking program. You see, it appears that in life most people don't think, but they think they think. They just think they think, and then most others never think on the right stuff. And what still is the fact that most people don't think continually on the right things. And this is a major challenge. One of the reasons for this is that we are not deliberate, and we don't take time off to think. We are not intentional about thinking about engaging our mind. We are not really intentional about it. Now, Albert Einstein said the solution to the problem we face today cannot be solved on the same level of thinking we were at when we created them. In other words, the level of thinking that you are on now cannot solve the problem that you actually have now, because if that level of thinking created a problem, then you need a higher level of thinking to be able to solve the problem. So like we always say, to change the things around you, to solve the critical challenge of today, you've got to think differently. So the question is, how do you think? It's not what you think that's not the issue. The issue is how. The how of thinking is actually more important to the worth of thinking. Now, as you see, how you think is what determines how you live. You think differently, then you can live differently. And James Allen, a great man, a very, very thoughtful person, he wrote this very classic book quite a few years ago, but it's one book that is still relevant today. As a Man Thinketh. It's a proverb. It's a wise saying, if you like. It's a phrase that you just need to consider over and over. As a man thinketh. And today, this finally brings us actually to the official launch of this 10 to 11 weeks program of the book As a Man Thinketh, and it's hosted by yours truly, Bisi, Akande. Now, for those of you who don't know me, who probably are meeting me for the first time, I'm a John Maxwell certified speaker, mentor, trainer, and coach. And the John Maxwell team is a team of certified speakers, coaches, trainers all over the world, and it's over 20,000 highly resourced network, having so much materials here and there. Now, I believe so much in the capacity of the mind to reach any height it wants to reach, and that's why I live for one thing. I live to help every individual to add value to their life, making a difference, and also adding value to other people's life. And that's what I want to do, because I want to see you add value to your life. I want to add value to your life so that you can add value to other people's life and make a difference in the world and help them to make a difference in the world. So I'm hosting this book study so that we can dig deeper into what this book has and also be able to change our thinking pattern. Like I said, it's not what you think, it's how you think. Now, this program could have been a day workshop, but it's 11 weeks because there's something about a process. Now, process brings you into what is called layered learning. It's like putting line upon line, precept upon precept, and taking a block here and placing it upon the other, all the while building something, and I believe it's something great. Let me add this. Everyone is building something at every point in time. It could be positive, which requires intentionality, and it could also be negative, which is more arbitrarily. That's why sometimes people just think once in a while, they drop out. But I'm talking about the intentionality of thinking that gets you thinking on the right stuff on a continual basis. That's why it says, as a man thinketh, as a man continues to think. Now, I was saying that there's power in process, and the power of process is what helps us to appreciate the journey while aiming for the goal. Now, the process is that of changing our thinking, while the goal is to live the best life ever. Life is not meant to be lived at its lowest ebb. Life is meant to be lived in the best form, at the best kind of life. The best quality of life is what you, me, everyone is meant to be living. So this program will help us stimulate that process of thinking, thinking on the right things, and maybe you're not part of those who do not think. Maybe you think. We could aim at being more deliberate about our thinking. If we engage this process, then it becomes natural for us to not only think as a one-off thing, not only think when we have issues, but make thinking a deliberate part of our life. And I can tell you this. I learned that if you can spend 5 minutes a day thinking on one issue for 9 days, you're going to solve that issue. You're going to find the answer to that issue. But thinking is not what people can do. Most people can do on a continual basis. So the challenge is that for those who refuse to follow the process, they find that sometimes or in certain areas of their life, they are worrying rather than thinking. It also demands your time and energy. Worrying demands time, it demands energy. Worrying is also laborious, it's hard work. However, worrying creates nothing but pain. Actually, it only helps you to get stuck. It gets you stuck in one place, not seeing your way forward, but you are still expending energy. I think that's hard labor. That's what you should call it, hard labor. But thinking and deliberate thinking, structured thinking, good pattern thinking, is what gives you the freedom to see life the way it really is, so you can draw from the infinite spiritual power that is available to you. There's so much available to us that we just don't get to access them because we're not deep in the thoughts that we should, or we're not thinking the things that we should be thinking. We're not thinking the way we should be thinking. It's as a man thinketh. So I'm excited that you are taking the time to join me and many other people like you. I see a lot of people already online. It's exciting that you are joining me at a time like this, and joining others like you, and hoping for us to go through the process. Hey, if you are yet to sign up, I think you should go to the link right now, and sign up. Someone is waiting to assist you. Just go to the link. You can just visit www.coachme.leapconsultsynergy.com. One of my assistants will post it on the comment section right now so that you can go there. Just go to that link and sign up right now. It's something that you don't want to miss. And of course, there is a commitment that you need to make to be a part of this, but the truth is that you are worth that investment of time and money. You are worth it, because a lot of times when people want to do something, they ask themselves, they look at the cost, but they forget to look at the value. The truth is that please don't be the kind of person who looks at the cost. That's the wrong way of thinking. Be the kind of person who looks at the value and assure yourself that you are worth this investment of time and money to make your life what it is, to live the best life ever. Give yourself the honor of enjoying this time investment, this financial or money investment on yourself, because you are your best asset. Now, before I share how we're going to run this program and what we will be covering, there are 4 principles my mentor John Maxwell teaches about thinking that I feel I should share with you here. Number 1 is creation. You need to find a place to think your thoughts. Arbitrary thinkers think on the road, think here. They're not deliberate, but creative thinkers have a way of sitting down. They have a space where they think. So right now, maybe you need to write down and tell yourself, just look around your house or look around where you are, maybe your office. What time of day can you set aside 5 minutes every day just to think on a particular issue of any area of your life? When we go into the study proper, we're going to be breaking down the areas of our life that we need to consider. I'm going to be sharing with you something that my friend and one of our coaches, Coach Bisi, calls 5 Alive. I know you know the drink 5 Alive, but it's a different ball game. One of our sessions, I'm going to be talking about your 5 Alive and making sure that your 5 Alive is really alive. And so creative thinking is finding a place to think your thought. The second thing is reflection. The second principle, reflection. You need to find a place to shape your thoughts. You need to shape your thoughts either by meditating on them in your mind, writing them down on paper. I discovered that what we don't write down has a way of disappearing from our sight because we didn't write them down. You've got to find a way. You meditate on this thought in your mind. You are giving shape to it. You are writing them down, or you are speaking them out loud to yourself. This helps to make your thoughts clearer. So it gives form. It makes your thought to become formed. And the third principle is expansion, and that's to say that you need a place. You need to stretch your thoughts. Your thoughts are not great because you could think them. You could think those thoughts. That's not what makes your thought great. That you thought, that you have a thought, that you think you're able to think up something, doesn't make it great. And what makes your thought great is because you could think them with another person who would make them even greater. Now, I had this thought to come up with this book study, but I had to engage other minds. Yeah? Quite a number of people, we had to talk together, we had to do some work together. Some people had to help to get the message to you. Some people had to, so my thought became greater because it was, I was thinking them with other persons, and I believe that with you on board now, this thought is going to get even bigger and larger and expand, so we can reach a greater dimension of people. So maybe you need to get your team members even to join this book study right now. You might need your friends and family to also join this book study. Get them to sign up for them. Sign up for your husband if you're alone here. Sign up for your spouse, your wife. Sign up for your teenagers. Might even need to know how to think, or else they'll be doing something else. Sign up for them and get them to join this program right now. Get them to join it. Go through the process. Now, hear this. Your thoughts, the right thoughts, with the right people, in the right place, at the right time, and with the right, in the right season, will give you the right result. The right thoughts, with the right people, in the right place, at the right time, and in the right environment. It will give you the right result. The fourth principle John shares is application. You need to live your thoughts by applying them to your life. There's no point having a thought if you can't apply that thought to your life. So ask yourself this question: do I believe what I think? Do you really believe it? Because many people don't believe what they think they believe. Do you believe it? Because if you believe it, then you're going to go to the next step. Then you are going to live it. Haven't you seen people who talk a lot about integrity and they don't live a life of integrity? They really don't believe it. So your thought, is it your thought? Do you believe it? Do you really believe what you think you believe? It's important. Do you really believe what you think you believe? Now, do you live it? Because if you believe it, then you will live it. Do you believe others would or should believe what you believe? If you believe that other people should believe what you believe, you're going to share your thought with them. So leading out your thought is about trying it out, adjusting it, and trying it again. Just keep trying it out, you adjust it, you try it again. Now, I work with a leader, great man. I really appreciate and respect him a lot. I work with a leader who is amazing at achieving goals without stress. You just can't find stress on him when he achieves his goals. He thinks up ideas. He shares the ideas with his team. I'm part of that team. Then he tries it out. Now, if it doesn't work immediately, he retreats. Sometimes you need to retreat. That does not mean that you have retired. It only means that you are ready to refire. He retreats, and then he comes out with the same thought, but in a new form, and boom, people accept it, not knowing that it was the same old idea. So you've got to try it. You've got to readjust it, adjust it, make some adjustment, then try it again, retry it again, because it's bound to work. Ideas don't die. Ideas cannot be killed. I mean, Miles Monroe said that a long time ago, and I thought about it. He did say it we're having a one-on-one. I've enjoyed some great privileges in life. I had this one-on-one with Dr. Miles Monroe, and he was sharing, he said ideas don't kill, they can't get killed, that you can't kill an idea. That's why you see that the issues that keep coming up in certain parts of the world keep coming and keep coming. Those ideas, they just don't die. All you need to do is replace them. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about for today. But your thoughts, your ideas can't die. So you've got to learn how to try them. Because what's the use of thinking if you cannot apply it? So guys, find a place to think, reflect on your thoughts, expand your thoughts, and apply it. This program offers you that opportunity, all rolled in one. So here's what we are going to do. We will be covering, you and I, everyone on this program, we'll be covering certain areas. We're going to be covering thought and character. We're going to be looking at the 7 levels of character, more like a bonus, since it's not really in the guide, in the study guide. It's there. Then we're going to be looking at the effect of thought in circumstances. Thought and purpose is another thing we look at. And there's a chapter on thought factor in achievement, and then there's visions and ideals, and the final chapter is serenity. So what will happen is that each week, for those of you who sign up, and if you have not signed up, please sign up right now. Each week we will release the lesson for that week, so you could listen to it. Now remember, it's layered learning, so you keep adding to it. We will listen to it, so you've got to please ensure that you follow the process. Every week we release the lesson for the week, and then you are able to follow through with it. And as soon as you sign up and make your commitment, we will send you the online copy of the book to download. You can print it if you like. The book, you may have the book as A Man Thinketh, but this one is one that has been prepared by my mentors, Roddy Galbraith and Paul Martinelli, and it is lined. The numbers are there. I think you should use that one because it will help our learning process much better. So we will send it to you as soon as you do that. But if you don't have the book, so don't worry. Now the book we will send you has those numbers lined for easy reference. Now if you like, you can print it, but because I prefer the printed copy, so I can underline it or write my learning over it, because that's what I like to do. You can also purchase a copy of the study guide on Amazon. It's online. Just go to Amazon, and this is the book. Excited to have a copy here. You can go to Amazon, and then you can get a copy. It's about, maybe it's not more than $15 for a copy, and it can be shipped to you wherever you are. But it's going to be a very fantastic idea to actually have your copy. Now if you're in Lagos or close enough, I can get a copy across to you. I have a couple of copies that are with me. That if you let me know, if you make a comment, I can get across to you. My team will get across to you, and we can get a copy across to you and tell you what it's going to cost you. It's a good investment. That's the truth. It's a good investment. And if you're in Lagos, I can do that for you. But if you are far from Lagos, you can always get this from Amazon. Now I did something. I'm expecting a couple of other copies autographed. I had to get them, send them to Orlando, and I got them autographed by the authors. I mean the second authors, the authors who made this study guide. That's Paul and Roddy Martinelli. I'm expecting them, and they're going to be arriving very soon. I'm so excited that I'm getting that, because I just put in the effort. I like the fact that I put in the effort, and the effort works. They agreed they were going to sign some copies for me, so I shipped it over there, and they shipped it back to New York, and from New York it's going to be coming in for me to get them. If you want this copy that I have already, or you want that signed copy, just let me know, and I'll let you know what it's going to take for you to have them. I'll be glad to help in that direction. But if you don't want to get a hard copy of the book, I'll send you the download, and that will just be fine. But anyhow, just make sure that you get on with this. Follow the process. Somewhere in the middle of the program, we're going to probably do a live session where we can have Q&As. We can have questions and answers. And also at the beginning of the program, we are considering having either a video call where we can meet and greet one another. For those of you who sign up, then I get to see your face, and you get to see my face properly, though you've seen my face now. But in the further sessions, we may not be able to engage on video, because you're going to see all the slides and everything that we're talking about, that we're sharing. Each course will take max 45-50 minutes, so that it doesn't get too voluminous. But please give yourself this wonderful time, make this investment, and let's be able to go deeper. Let's be able to engage at a deeper level. It's going to be a whole lot of learning and growing. If you are not changing, it's because you are not thinking. And if you are not changing, you are definitely not growing. You need to be learning so that you can be changing. Learning inspires your thinking, helps you to change, and then you keep growing. Now, 5 days before sending you the first lesson, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to have a countdown session to the program for 5 days consistently. It's going to be on video, maybe 3 minutes, 4 minutes, or 5 minutes, max 10 minutes video, just to get us ready to dive in. Please follow the process. I say it again, follow the process, because the best product comes from the best process in its complete form. So follow the process. It works. Wait no longer. Sign up now. Go to the link and do it right now. I know you want to make this investment in yourself. I just know. That's why you are here. I know. That's why you're watching this. And it will last a lifetime. Once you change your thinking, then you have programmed yourself for great growth. It's very important. You know, growth is the only guarantee that tomorrow is going to be fine. If you are not growing, then tomorrow is not going to be fine. But if you engage yourself in this study with me, the book As a Man Thinketh, once you engage yourself in this book study with me, I guarantee you that it's going to be a lot of learning that would stimulate your thinking, bring you into the place of changing yourself, and then seeing yourself grow again and again. It's been a wonderful time being with you. Please, if you have not signed up, go there again. It's going to be posted in the comment section. Just go there and make sure that you sign up. My name is Bisi Akande, and I am your guide in this book study of As a Man Thinketh. Now, just in case you missed any part of this launch call or this launch time, what I'm going to do is we're going to post it again. And for those of you who register, we probably will be sending you a link so that you can watch it again just to get yourself ready. I will see you very soon. And until then, thank you so much for joining me on this book program. I look forward to seeing you be more, do more, so you can have more. Have a great day. Bye-bye.